everybody, it's Father Casey back again. So this week, we begin the season of Ordinary Time. Well, actually, we've actually started it with the baptism of John on Monday. That began this season of Ordinary Time. So Christmas is done. We've begun the season of counting the weeks. First Sunday, second Sunday, third Sunday. But this is the second Sunday of Ordinary Time. And in the Gospel of John, that we hear about Jesus calling his first disciples. The first reading is taken from the second book of Samuel, and it's the call of Samuel. So the whole idea of the readings is about being called. And so in the Gospel, John the Baptist sees Jesus taking a walk. Maybe it could be around a lake, could be near the river, but he's taking a walk by himself, probably gathering his thoughts or whatever. And John points out to him, there goes the Lamb of God. Now, the Lamb of God is a very specific term referring to the Messiah, the one who will be sacrificed for God, the Passover Lamb for God. So the disciples pick up on the reference. It's Andrew and Simon Peter, for Peter, and they pick up on the reference and they start to follow Jesus. Now, Jesus picks up on the fact that there's two guys following him, and he says, as he turns to them, he says, "What are you looking for?" Now, that's a very interesting question when you stop and think about the fact that he's a person. And he should have said to them, "Who are you looking for?" Or "Whom are you looking for?" He should have asked, "Are you looking for me? Is there something I could do for you?" There are a lot of responses that would have made a lot more sense than, "What are you looking for?" But it's a very important question. And for some reason this week it really hit me hard, because it's such a strange question, and it's a question that we must ask ourselves as we follow Jesus, because we were following him just like they were following him. What are we looking for? Now, when he asks the question, they say to him, "Rabbi," meaning teacher, "where are you staying?" Because the answer to this question, "What are you looking for?" is going to take a little time. Maybe we should sit down and have a little nosh. We should discuss it, talk about it, debate things. That's what they're saying. So Jesus says, "Come and see." And so they go and they see where he's staying. It doesn't tell us where he's staying, or where he's staying, or what it looks like. Was he sharing a house? Does he have a roommate? We don't know. But the bottom line is that they go to where he asks them to go. And from there on, they become his disciples, and they give their lives years later. But the question that remains for you and me is, what are we looking for? You know, they may have been looking for the Messiah, the one who's going to bring an end to the Roman occupation and bring a golden era for the kingdom of Israel, and they'll be established as part of his kingdom. They could have been looking for a lot of things when he asks that question, "What are you looking for?" Power, security, comfort, peace, happiness, money. Who knows what they were looking for? But it's a question that you and I must ask ourselves, because so many people sit in the pews every week, and I ask myself the question, why are they here? Because I look at some people and I think, I don't know why you're here. You don't sing any hymns. You don't respond to any parts of the Mass. You look like I'm going to hand you a leaf of hemlock when I'm going to give you the Eucharist. And I think, why did you come to church this week? Why are you here? And it's not just one week. These are people that they're like this every week. And I want to challenge them saying, what are you looking for? Why are you here? And it's something that you and I have to ask ourselves, what are our aims and goals in following Jesus? Are we looking for a policeman? Are we looking for a magician? Are we looking for Santa Claus? What are we looking for as we follow Jesus? Are we looking for the Messiah? Are we looking for someone who we think is going to give us a perfect world where there is no suffering, which won't happen until we die, according to Jesus? But in this life, there's plenty of suffering. What are we looking for? Because I have found that people, and you may be one of them, that people make it up as they go along. Like even though the Bible describes Jesus and our catechism describes Jesus, but there are plenty of times where people are like, they make up their own ideas about what Jesus is, who he is, what he's about, and what his teaching is, which baffles me, but it happens. So, what are we looking for as we follow Jesus? Because how we answer that question will determine whether we're going to continue to follow him in good times and in bad, or when the going gets tough, we're just going to get going. It's up to us. What are you looking for? God bless you as you find the answer to that question.